about it for you guys. Lions trade for Snacks Harrison, only give up a 5th-round pick. Let me go through this, and obviously I watch Snacks every week as a Giants fan. I will tell you he is one of my favorite players, and he is exactly what ails you. If you had a prototype of what you could go out and get that could really improve you, and again, I'm not being hyperbolic here. A pass rusher would be great, but it still wouldn't help you stop the run, right? Stopping the run starts from the interior of your defense. Snacks Harrison is the number one, the best run-stopping, block-eating, space-occupying defensive tackle in football. He's been number one on Pro Football Focus each of the last 2 years with run stops. He's number 2 in the league this year. He is a 355-pound, but not fat, Brinks truck. I think automatically your defense goes from completely embarrassing against the run to average. I think he's that impactful. Snacks Harrison on every single play is a double team, period. If you don't double team him, he's in your backfield. He is a monster. He is impossible to move. And I understand this is not a sexy move. There's not going to be a lot of Snacks highlights. There's not going to be a lot of Snacks running down quarterbacks. There's not going to be a lot of Snacks on 3rd down. But to me, this is one of the best, if not the best move Bob Quinn has made in his time here. This is a fantastic move. And I will tell you, and I mean this with no sarcasm, yesterday when we were sitting here and talking about, look, I think they're an 8-8 team. They're 3-3 now, 5-5 the rest of the way, 8-8. This move makes you better than that. I've seen this guy play each of the last 2.5 years. The Giants' problems have nothing to do with him. Nothing. This is the real deal. And for a 5th-round pick, it's inarguable. If you're a Lions fan and you've never seen the guy play, I can only ask you to trust me. His effect, his impact, albeit you're not going to sit there and keep your eye on a guy taking on 2 blockers. But when you have a guy in the middle of your defense that you can't knock backwards, what that does to the schematic for the offense, what that does to the way that they attack you, and what that does for your middle linebacker, like Jared did, it is truly incalculable, provided he stays healthy. If he gets hurt, everything I just said goes out the window. But to me, if I could have drawn up like the 1980s classic Weird Science, and I was drawing up the perfect woman or the perfect thing that fixes what ails this defense, Snacks Harrison is it. No pass rusher in football would totally fix your defense. Right now, if you're just average against the run, average, do you understand how much better that makes you? Do you understand what that allows Patricia to do on passing downs? Do you understand how much more often you'll be in 3rd and long? I know it's not a guy who's going to do sack dances. I know it's not a guy who's going to score 80-yard touchdowns. I'm telling you, as a Giants fan, look, you don't care about what I feel about my team. I'm just telling you, I love this guy. I think it's a brilliant move by your Lions. Everybody always sits there and goes, oh, my God, why is he so negative about it? Because you don't make moves like this. Because you don't do things that make a lot of sense. This truly is a move that you should be thrilled about. You put Snacks Harrison in the middle of your defense, you automatically become acceptable against the run. That's how good he can be. And that's how rare a guy like him is. Look, ask yourself this question. Why would a defensive tackle who doesn't pass rush and doesn't play 3rd downs make $8.5–9 million a year? He's a one-trick pony, but his one trick is elite. What he does is irreplaceable. Yeah, hey, it's 3rd and short. You want to run it? Cool. You better not run it at his gap. Because if you double him, there's going to be a linebacker flying right through the vacated area. And I've seen it like clockwork. This guy, with any amount of help around him, will make you acceptable against the run. And then you know what you do in the draft this year? You draft somebody to put next to him. And then you become great against the run. Just like that. I love it. I don't have a negative word to say about it. I can upgrade my win total for this team. I can believe a little bit more. You're going to face the Vikings. This makes you better. You're going to face the Bears. This makes you better. You're going to face the Rams. This makes you better. This is someone you game plan for as a defensive coordinator. And if you can add a player like that for a 5th-round pick, you win. You won the deal. Period. Money, irrelevant. You have him for the rest of this year in what you're trying to make a playoff drive. And then you have him next year. The 5th year of his contract is an option. Who cares? Right here, right now, you have added one of the biggest pieces you can to at least stemming the tide, stopping the bleeding. You were giving up north of 5 yards a carry and north of 3.5 yards before contact. Those numbers absolutely will get better now. And that is a huge deal. You don't have to be great against the run. But if you're decent against the run and decent against the pass, and your offense is top 10 running it, and your quarterback is top 10 throwing it, you win. The reason I couldn't pick your team to win more than 8 games yesterday, and the reason I can now, has everything to do with this move. You will go from bottom 3 in the league against the run to middle of the pack. That is massive. I just don't see a scenario where Snacks doesn't impact you in a giant way. No pun intended. 248-539-9797. I think it's the best move Bob Quinn has made. I think he should be thrilled as a Lion fan. And to me, I think he can get excited.